Peace and love live, everybody. Thanks for being here, participating by recording. I'm going to double shut off that outside mic and maybe turn my. There we go. That's a little better. Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here this morning. To answer Wendy's question, I'd buy a book. And there's a lot of fake quotes floating around the internet. Every time I quote somebody, I look it up, and I often find out that it dates back to its existence to like 1997 when somebody first put it on the web. A lot of quotes not real. Hi, Basilia. Good morning, Kelsey. So, my dear friends, again, thanks for watching by recording, participating either live or by recording. Group meditation is like a campfire. Here we are around the campfire. Everyone brings a log. The more logs there are, the brighter and the hotter the fire will be for all of us. When we gather, the Shakti, Prana, or the Christian Parakletios, meaning advocate, counselor, helper, guide, is present with all of us. That's why one of the reasons we practice together. Another, of course, is to ritualize our own practice so that it makes it easier for us to meditate when we're not together. Join us on Tuesdays on Zoom for our Kriya Yoga and Yoga Sutra practice. Visit peterpanagore.love. And thank you for your support, especially at this time. Much appreciated. So why don't you take a moment, if you don't mind, close your eyes maybe, and listen with the ear of your heart. Unfold Your Own Myth by Rumi. Who gets up early to discover the moment light begins? Who finds us here circling, bewildered, like atoms? Who comes to a spring thirsty and sees the moon reflected in it? Who, like Jacob blind with grief and age, smells the shirt of his lost son and can see again? Who lets down a bucket and brings up a flowing prophet? Or like Moses, goes for fire and finds what burns inside the sunrise? Jesus slips into a house to escape enemies and opens a door to the other world. Solomon cuts open a fish, and there's a gold ring. Omar storms in to kill the prophet and leaves with blessings. Chase a deer and end up everywhere. An oyster opens his mouth to swallow a drop. Now there's a pearl. A vagrant wanders empty ruins. Suddenly, he's wealthy. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth without complicated explanation. So everyone will understand the passage. We have opened you. Start walking toward Shams, Rumi's teacher. Your legs will get heavy and tired. Then comes a moment of feeling the wings you've grown lifting. That's how meditation works. The effort and the lifting. And the effort isn't the lifting. The effort is the moving, in this case, for Rumi toward Shams, his teacher. But really, it's the movement toward his heart, which is what Shams taught him. Hi, Pat. I hope that's a little helpful for you this morning. Kind of give you an uplift. Centering prayer is very simple. It's very easy. You have a mantra or an image in your mind, and you lock it with your breath very gently, and you ride it down to your filled belly. Hold it a second, and then ride the prayer and the breath back up. Out your nose. You can ride down your spine, up to your third eye, down to your root. But basically, it's into the belly and out the nose. And every time the mind wanders, simply return to your chant, to your mantra, to your prayer, And let that single mindedness be the power of your own mind control. And if you get bored, it's because your mind's wandered off and you're not actually meditating. If you get bored, just come back to your prayer because in the midst of the singularity of thought, there's no boredom, there's no grasping. It's a practice of silence because in those moments, at the top and the bottom of the breath in particular, when the chant stops, there's just a moment, a breath of silence. And that's what we're after. All right. Thanks for being here this morning. Let's do a little practice. Let's check out the chat here for a second. Oh, thank you, Anne, for beautifully read. Well, for saying beautifully read. Rumi is a master of mysticism and poetry, and probably the most accessible mystic on the history of Earth, in my opinion. I mean, there are others too that are pretty accessible, like Kabir and Hafez, but mostly, for poetry, Rumi, what a master. More like frequencies increase the volume of thought. So many parables found within a thought. Well, perhaps. I find that silence really is the language of God. So let's put our feet flat on the floor, put our hands either on our laps or I've got them on my desk. And I love this mula right here, fingers, thumbs. Sometimes I tuck it in down here. I think I'll leave it up here today. Settling in. Let me make sure I have an alarm set here because let's do 30 minutes. Timer. Let's do to the 8:30. Okay. Bottom of the hour. For those of you who are elsewhere in the world, bottom of the hour. Feet are flat on the floor. Remember, we're logs at a campfire. We bring the light ourselves and we share it, and everybody gets hotter and everybody gets brighter in the increased flame. Breathing in. Oh, gotta undo my belt buckle. There we go. Breathing into the belly, feet flat on the floor. Slow breath. Pause. Hold. Exhale up your spine. Out your nose or to your third eye. Add your chant. Pause. Inhale. On your own. this morning. Love to you all.